What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining the 6th installment and second 30-minute edition of Laidee Jae's Late Night Vibe Check for Friday, September 22nd, 2023 at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast and 8 p.m. Pacific Time on the West Coast. Just to introduce myself, my name is Jamaria, Laidee Jae Darden, and I am Unapologetically a Whole Vibe, entrepreneur and the vibe queen of Unapologetically a Whole Vibe, Laidee Jae and the Vibes, which includes Laidee Jae and the Travel Vibes, which is my independent travel business. Partnered with Intello Travel, you can set up a free account through my website at jamariadarden.intellotravel.com. You can use the search engine and be able to book your next adventure. We work with all major airlines, cruise lines, hotels, car rental companies, resort stays, you name it. We deal with it, all major franchises. Then Laidee Jae and the Wedding Vibes, which I am an ordained wedding officiant and travel agent. So you can email me at ladyj83@gmail.com. Book me as your wedding officiant. You can also use me as your travel agent to book your destination wedding and honeymoon. Also, the newest development to Unapologetically a Whole Vibe, Laidee Jae and the Makeup Vibes. I am now a makeup artist for SEINT. So my website is live, jamariadarden.saintofficial.com. I'm also a brand ambassador for Nerdy Nuts Peanut Butter, which if you go to the website on nerdynuts.com and use my discount code Laidee Jae at checkout, not only will you get a discount on your order, but commissions will go directly to me. And of course, I am the host of Laidee Jae's Late Night Vibe Check. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining with me live here on Facebook through my Facebook page. Replay will be available here on Facebook as well as my YouTube channel at Unapologetically a Whole Vibe. So I'm going to kind of take a moment to share to the necessary channels. If you happen to be joining, please let me know and give me a hello here. And had to cut myself off here on the live feed. Let me get the music back up and going. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday here. I, for one, am just thankful to be alive right now. For sure. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be alive right now, and just so incredibly grateful for those of you who may be watching me for the very first time and may not know, but I am literally a walking miracle. I survived a single vehicle crash that could have and should have killed me. But by the grace of God, I am still standing and I'm still here, and I am deeply appreciative and grateful and thankful to be here, to still be alive and still going. So I'm gonna give some time for people to kind of join in, and as it says on the pinned comment, please like, comment, share, follow, do all the things to get the algorithm going. Of course, sharing is caring because the algorithm is not always so kind. Sharing is free, you know. However, if you are feeling generous, you can feel free to send stars to show your support, or if you're feeling a little extra generous, there goes my Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, MetaPay, all that information on the pinned comment. So again, hope everyone is having an amazing Friday evening. It's been quite a week. Definitely for me, it's been quite a week. But nonetheless, grateful and thankful to be alive, and just blessed to be alive here. So anyways, to anyone who's watching, please feel free to say hello. I would love to hear from you. I would love to read your comments. I know there's going to be a bit of a lag here. I'm pretty much used to it. When you've done social media as long as I am, you're pretty much used to it, all of it. So before I get going, I do want to make sure to address a few things first and foremost. Number one, coming up next Saturday, September 30th, is the You Matter Suicide Prevention Conference taking place here in my home county of Chambers County here in Valley, Alabama, hosted by my classmate's daughter, Shakosha Daniels' daughter, Ariana McCullough, This is her first inaugural conference that she's throwing in regards to suicide prevention, which is caps off the end of September, which is Suicide Prevention Month. And I implore you, I'm super stoked about this conference, super stoked about being the special guest speaker for this particular conference. I was definitely going to be on board to join in on doing this and getting this done and everything. And I am very, very excited about being a part of this conference. I know it's the same day as the Auburn, Georgia game, but if you would allow us 2 hours of your time, it's between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern time, and I trust me, it's going to be something for everyone that is going to be in attendance. Bring your kiddos, bring yourselves, bring your entire family. If any of you, regardless of what your age is, has been struggling with suicide prevention, mental health, anxiety and depression, trust me, there's going to be some things that are going to be put into perspective to bring some encouragement to you, to motivate you, and, you know, resources that you can use to help you in your time of need during the conference. So I implore you, I encourage you, if you want to travel down here to Valley, Alabama, make sure you RSVP to my classmate and longtime friend Shakosha Daniel in regards to the conference next Saturday, September 30th, 4 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern time. Super excited about being the guest speaker for that conference. So I'm going to kind of go ahead and get myself going. If you happen to join in along the way, again, I'll address you and feel free to say hello and all of that. So kind of get... I'm trying to get the background music going because I'm also on my other Unapologetically whole vibe page trying to share the live feed, and of course the audio from that wants to bleed in. So again, I hope everyone is having an amazing week. I wanted to do something slightly different with this installment due to the fact that of what has taken place and what happened to me early Sunday morning on the morning of my dad's birthday on September 17th. For those who might be tuning in and may not know who I am and not have followed me on social media, I was in a single vehicle car crash that took place on the morning of September 17th, this past Sunday morning, between the hours of 4 and 4:15 a.m. Eastern time, off Highway 50 in Lafayette, Alabama. I was driving home from Birmingham, Alabama, and I was on the last little bit of stretch of the drive home, about 20 minutes away from Lynette. And for those who are familiar with Highway 50, I was making this little turn coming from the end of 50, coming from Camp Hill, turning right, going towards Lynette. And so I made the turn, and that was the last thing I remembered. Next thing I know, I see trees and bushes right in front of me, and I'm not able to go forward. So basically what happened is I fell asleep at the wheel. There was a car full of two ladies that were driving behind me that witnessed everything unfold as it happened. So what happened was, at about a quarter mile from when I made my turn, that's when I fell asleep at the wheel. And so what happened is, on the right, and I was on the right lane heading towards Lynette. So basically here's how it happened. So here I am driving on the right lane. It's about a half a mile down, quarter of a mile down from when I turned. I ended up falling asleep at the wheel. I swerved to the right into the ditch, and I missed the telephone pole, missed the fence, swerved all across 50, where thank God there was no oncoming traffic going towards Lafayette at the time this is unfolding. Going across 50, missed the telephone pole, missed the house, and ended up landing in front of a tree with some bushes and front end torn up. Airbags never deployed. The windshield did not crash or anything like that. Literally a walking miracle. I'm thankful that there were no oncoming cars, because if there was an oncoming car, that would have been it. So, when I say that I am a walking miracle, I truthfully am a walking miracle, and I am incredibly thankful. So very thankful to be alive, and thankful to yes, Morgan. Thank you so much for commenting and joining me. Yes, I am very, very thankful to be alive and very, very grateful. I'm going to be without a car for an unknown period of time, uh, rightfully so. The most important thing that came out of it, I'm truly grateful for the ladies that drove behind me and that stuck around when the accident happened just to check on me to see how I was doing. Howdy, howdy, Kevin Smith. Thank you so much for joining. Good to see you. Good to see you. Um, I'm really thankful for the ladies that were driving behind me when the accident unfolded to check on me, because at that point, when I realized what was going on, I was literally in shock. And I was in shock for pretty much the majority of the 3 hours that I had to be there while law enforcement was getting everything together. And I'm truly thankful. And I've said this in an earlier live this week, but I'm thankful for my longtime childhood friend since junior high school, going on 25 years, pretty much family, Neil Spear, who what happened to be up when the accident happened, because I did not want to disturb my dad, being knowing he had to be home with my mom, and it's the morning of his birthday. That was the last thing I wanted to do, was to startle him on the morning of his birthday. So I called my longtime friend Neil. He lives in Hughley. Didn't take no more than 5 to 7 minutes to get to where I was off of Highway 50, where the crash happened. And when I tell you, being that he was a former fireman and a former EMT, he helped. I couldn't have thought of a better person to help me navigate while 911 was being called and law enforcement officials were coming to check on me and then to assess what was going on and getting everything situated. I don't know what I would have done had I not called him. I don't know how I would have navigated that, because like I said, I spent the majority of the good part of those 3 hours in that area just in shock, literally in shock. And being that I wasn't hurt, I didn't have a scratch at the time and didn't have any bruises or any blood or anything like that. Um, I respectfully said, hey, I really don't think I need to go to the hospital. I'm not hurt. Right now, I'm just in shock. And I was for a while. And so thankfully, Neil kind of helped me to navigate and kind of spoke on my behalf and helped me out to navigate through getting all of this reported and getting a tow truck and speaking to, and he knew every law enforcement official that came by to help and assistance. And also the ladies at some point later on within those 3 hours came back just to see if I was doing okay. I'm telling you, God is amazing. Like, literally, cars can be replaced, but my life cannot. And when I finally got out of the car, got out of the driver's seat just to assess it, just to assess what everything was going on, I literally lost it. I literally lost it, because when I look, and especially when daylight hit and I was able to see the skid marks on the road that were still present of where I skidded from, all of that. Yeah. I'm truly grateful and I'm truly thankful, and I couldn't be any more grateful for just being here. That accident was a wake up call for me personally in so many ways, and just a testament to, man, I'm just, whew, I try not to ugly cry. I've gone through some of the aftermath effects since the accident. Some soreness and stiffness later on Sunday evening going into Monday and Tuesday. Definitely had some mental ramifications with, had a couple of bouts of PTSD since Sunday morning's accident. But every day I've been navigating healing and recovery, and trying to find some normalcy. But when an accident like that definitely changes you. And when all was said and done and Neil brought me home, and I got to see my dad and I got to hug him. One of the things he said was one of the best gifts that he could ever have on his birthday was the fact that I was able to walk through the door and give him a hug and come home. That right there means everything. Because like so many of you have said to me this week, cars can be replaceable, but my life cannot. And it's a blessing to be here to do this broadcast and to be here and do this and really, I said this in a post a few days ago. Many of you who have followed me on social media know of my transparency with my personal mental health struggles and, you know, my suicide attempts and bouts with anxiety and depression. And, you know, I spent a good part of 21 years between April 15th, 1999 and May 29th, 2020. 21 years of suicide attempts where I felt like the only peace that I could ever have in my life was to take my own life. But it wasn't until Sunday, the morning of September 17th, 2023, when I realized how quickly my life could have been gone just like that. It kind of changed the trajectory of my mental health thoughts when it came to all those suicide attempts, because I came to realize that I wanted to be here, that I have a future to build, that I actually have a future to build. I have a life to live, that I want to live, that I want to be here. That's a game changer. That's a total game changer. And I'm a little bit off topic as to what I'm trying to talk about and everything, but it all ties into why I wanted to do this particular gratitude installment of this, because it all ties in with my feelings and my thought process since Sunday morning's wreck. And so yesterday was World Gratitude Day, and since Sunday's wreck, I'm even more intentional now to show as much gratitude and thanks and love to the people in my life as possible, because I was coming home from Birmingham after having been around and surrounded by literally so many people that I love last Saturday night in Birmingham for AON's hometown show, getting to see my bestie and the other guys in the band after having not seen them for a year and a half, after having not seen a lot of people that were there for a year and a half, and meeting faces for the first time and seeing people, so many people there that I loved and that I embraced, have given me so much love and support. To think that would have been the last time that I would have seen so many of you, that has weighed on me a lot since the wreck on Sunday morning. And that's probably going to stick with me for a while, to be honest. That's something that's going to weigh heavily on me for a while. Yeah, it's going to weigh on me for a while, because I look back on all the photos and all the videos that have been posted, and I look back on all the memories, and to think that all of that could have been gone in an instant. Like, y'all would have said RIP on my social media, but thank God that's not the case. Thank God y'all are not saying RIP on my social media. That instead of celebrating my life at a funeral service, you can still celebrate me while I'm still here, while I'm still standing. And that in itself is probably the biggest blessing and the biggest caveat that I could ever take from that moment. Yeah, that's probably the biggest caveat that I could ever take away from that. I don't take anything for granted now. And while I'm still navigating through some of these, through some of the aftermath of what I'm dealing with right now in recovery from this wreck, I still remain very grateful and thankful to be alive, because it was definitely a wake-up call for me in the best way possible, and in an odd but perfect way. I feel at peace. I really feel at peace with my life. I'm the happiest I've been in a very long time. Things have been coming together lately, even regardless of the wreck. Yes, I'm going to be without a vehicle for a while, but my life, I'm still here. And that I'm grateful for. So that goes into the installment that I'm going to have, and I'm going within the last 10 minutes of this installment. I've kind of been rambling on, which rightfully so, I wanted to do it. But today's episode is all about gratitude. So what is gratitude? Gratitude, from the Oxford and Webster dictionary meaning, gratitude is the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness, which is synonymous with gratefulness, thankfulness, thanks, appreciation, and recognition, from the Latin word gratuito, meaning pleasing and thankful. So let's talk about it. Gratitude is not a word that we throw around just to be thrown around on a daily basis. Gratitude is actually a way of life. Gratitude is a lifestyle. A lot of the times we tend to get so caught up in the busyness and the routine and the hustle and bustle that we tend to miss out on the little details. We get so caught up on the big picture that we don't take a chance to really slow down and sit back and think about even the little things to be grateful for and thankful for. And it's like I said in a post earlier this week, sometimes we just need to take a step back and slow down with the hustle and bustle of what we're doing and what we're dealing with on a daily basis, and realize, hey, we've been given an opportunity each day to not only start over on a clean slate, but to also take any and every opportunity to show gratitude and love towards the people in our lives, show gratitude for where we are now and where we're heading on in life. And I feel as though a lot of times we take that for granted, because if anything that I learned from nearly losing my life in that car wreck Sunday morning, September 17th, I learned that of how truly precious life really is. I love you too, Brandy. Love you too, classmate. Love you so, so much for life, my dear. I come to learn that life is very precious. The time that you spend with people is precious, because as many of you can see, people are here today and they can easily be gone today. So, and just to be completely honest, some of the things that we sweat over on a daily basis, some of the sweaty stuff and the petty stuff that we constantly harp on, listen to me, y'all. Hear me out. It's not even worth it. None of it's worth it. None of it's worth it. Focus your energy on the people in your life that care about you and love you, and that truly love you. Don't worry about the people that don't. Don't waste an ounce of energy on those that you feel that don't even love you or even like you or appreciate you. It's a waste of energy. Focus on what makes you happy. You've been given a clean slate every day and an opportunity every day. Don't take it for granted. Don't take that gift of every present of every single day for granted, because you can't change what happened the day before. You can't anticipate what happens in the future. The best thing you can do each and every day that you wake up and rise above ground is to focus on the present moment. Take advantage of the gift of the present moment. Embrace the present moment, because that's all there is. That's all that you can focus on, and that's the best thing you can focus on. Because, like I said, when you focus too much on the past, that brings on the depression. And when you focus so much on the future, that tends to bring on the anxiety. Neither of those is going to serve a positive purpose for you, because, again, you can't change what happened in the past, and you can't anticipate what happens in the future. The best thing you can do, and that anyone can do, is to focus on the present moment that's in front of them each and every day. A new day, a clean slate, and you're a new person with new opportunities, new memories, new moments that you can make, new decisions, and, take advantage of making the most of each day. Take the opportunity to really just hone in and love the people in your life. Don't miss out on the opportunities to tell someone I love you. I don't miss out on any opportunity. At this point, after having Sunday's wreck and realizing what I could have lost, I'm not hesitating, not one moment, not 1 second of the day, telling somebody how much I love them. I don't care if I get on their nerves. I'm going to let them know that I love them, because you never know when that might be the very last time that you have that opportunity to tell them that you love them. and how much you appreciate them and how much you're grateful for them. That level of gratitude, because when you show gratitude, when you start small and showing that gratitude, it grows. Gratitude can truly grow into something bigger and better, and then it grows into a movement in your life. So my thing is, in this installment talking about gratitude, if there's one message that I can leave to you, is this: each and every day we are given a choice as to how we move forward within this lifetime. You can either allow yourself to rush through life and miss out on the opportunities and the small details, or you can kind of sit back and allow yourself to make the most of every single moment and sit back and enjoy the view and be grateful for everything that comes your way, regardless if it's good or bad. Like I said, gratitude is not just a word that we throw around. It's a lifestyle. It's a game changer. And I encourage you, and I'm a testament to this. If you take gratitude and put it on a level to where you're grateful for everything, even for the things that may not have happened yet, I guarantee you it's going to change your life in such a way that you're going to really just be positively impacted by. I love you too, business partner. Cynthia, I love you too. Hello, Amy Reeves. Love you, sweet lady. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say in this gratitude installment. Just take every moment of any moment and any opportunity to be grateful and thankful and show the gratitude and love to the people in your life. That's the biggest caveat and the biggest thing that I can pass along to anybody that's watching this right now or be watching the replay later on. That wreck Sunday morning changed me in the best ways possible. And it's also a testament that God is not done with me yet. He has a plan for me. And I have to believe that, everything that he has set forth for me in this chapter of my life, I'm in the position now to go after and get everything that I rightfully deserve and so much more, because I realize now that I have a life to live, that I want to live and want to be here, and a future to build, and a really beautiful life to enjoy with people that I love so very much. And I can't help but to smile right now because things have been so wonderful lately and I've been so truly blessed. And I want to take that happiness and spread it among and be the light that God made me to be to all of you. So, running upon the end of the 30-minute installment, but I wanted to just now take a moment to say thank you all so much for tuning in to tonight's installment of Laidee Jae's Late Night Vibe Check. Hope that you'll join me next Friday and tune in for another installment, another 30-minute edition of Laidee Jae's Late Night Vibe Check. So, just to sign off, my name is Jamaria Laidee Jae Darden. I am unapologetically a whole vibe. I'm a living, walking miracle. And I'm so thankful to God to be here. And I love each and every one of you, whether you know me 5 minutes, 5 years, 5 seconds. I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your Friday. Take care of yourselves. And remember, do what you can to show some gratitude to the people in your life. Bye, everyone.